Hey everyone, it's Candice with Candy Bees Creations. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I made some of these pretty little wreaths that I'm going to be putting on the back of my chairs, my dining chairs for my dining area. And I bought all this stuff at Hobby Lobby, all of the wreaths, all of the little elements, all the little Christmas things. I actually got all this stuff during the Thanksgiving season, and everything Christmas was like 50% off. So I went crazy. I bought a lot of things. I bought ribbon, I bought these little sugared berries, and just a bunch of little holly berries and things like that. So anyway, I put them all together and I placed them on the back of my chairs, and they turned out so cute. So I'm going to show you how I did it. If you like content like this, please stay tuned on Thursdays when I upload new videos, and let's get into this video. Alrighty, so here's a closer look of my wreath. So I got all this stuff at Hobby Lobby. I have 2 more wreaths to make. I've already made 4. I have 6 to make total. So here's a bunch of the things that I got. Here are some really pretty stems. I thought they were so pretty. Oh, I'm not in camera. There we are. They've got little kind of snowy pine cones. And I've got these little sugared pears and some little gold, I don't know, little gold balls that we'll probably use. Well, I will use them because I've got them in here. Something I noticed though is I didn't get enough to make these little sugared berries. So I'm going to have to use some pieces from some other stems. So I'm going to have to use, oh, am I in camera? Here we go. I'm going to have to use more of these like shiny little berries instead. But I only have 2 more to make. I can just put those in the chairs that face the back so that they won't be noticed as much. They're really pretty, but I just really wanted the sugared berries on all of them. So anyway, again, little pine cones, little holly leaves that I'll be using. I'll be using some jute twine. These are actually just pieces of twine that were on the tags of some of my stems. So why not utilize those? Here's some ribbon that I'm using to tie on to my chair. My wreaths will be hanging on the back of the chair on these. So let's see. And I'll be using some of these pine needles. All right, so, oh, and here, this is the ribbon that I'm using to make the little bows right here. I just layered 2 bows right here. Goodness, I'm having a hard time seeing if I'm in camera or not. Okay, so I just layered a couple different bows, the green and the kind of khaki bows. So, oh, and it looks like I used some of the stems from this. Oh, it's probably like quaking aspen. I don't know, it's what it kind of reminds me of. I don't know what it is, but okay. So I used some of the branches from that. Alrighty, here we go. So I'm going to take one of my blank wreaths, kind of clear my space. And something else that I noticed is, you see, you sort of learn things as you go along. I put all this together and then I tied my jute twine around everything, when really I should be tying my jute twine on and then putting everything on top. And then this twine is what I use to tie on to the ribbon that's hanging from my chair. Okay, so that's probably what I'm going to do first, is tie that ribbon on. And I'm just going to, or not ribbon, but twine. Let's see, I need my glasses. Alrighty, I'm just going to keep the knot up top because I want the wreath to hang upright. So I'm going to tie that in a square knot. And then because these ribbons are going to be hanging this way, and then I guess you'll see when I show you later in the video, but I'm going to be tying this in a knot down at the bottom, like this at the end. So I'm going to be tying on another piece of jute twine. I'm kind of going in a long roundabout way to explain this, aren't I? I'm just trying to explain why I'm adding more of the twine this way. So that when I hang this onto this, oh goodness. This is real life, folks. Okay. So that when I hang it on here, it's hanging front ways instead of like sideways, if that makes sense. You just got to kind of tie things so that it hangs the way you want it to. Okay, that was a really long-winded way to explain that, but hopefully you understand. Now I got to get this untied. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to try to go with the layers that are going to be in the back first. So I think what that was, oh, I have this to go off of. I think I was going to do my pine first and then maybe some of this holly berry behind it. So I'm going to start by finding some of these pieces of pine, and I am going to use my wire cutters. Okay, I'm going to use my wire cutters and just clip 2 little sections off. Okay, and then, okay, I'm going to put a little hot glue on the base of that and then just set it down here. Press that into the wreath. If you noticed my nails, I did them for my son's state football game. He's number 29. And yeah, we went to state a week and a half ago and we won. It was really exciting, but I haven't redone my nails since then. So we still have state football nails. We're just going to enjoy the win for a little while longer. Okay, so next I'm going to take, goodness, I'm struggling here. All right, let's get in camera again. I'm going to take 3 of these little holly leaves. And these I'm just going to place on either side of the pine. And then I'm going to stick one up here later. I think I'm going to do the berries before I do that. And that is not all the way stuck. So I need to let that finish drying, maybe add a little bit more hot glue. All right. So I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue just to the bottom base of that leaf. And then just stick it in there. It really is easy to put these things together. You just have to find the little pieces that you love the most. I really loved the sugared berries and those sugared, what are they called? Oh, that's hot. The little sugared pears. I thought they were so pretty. And then I loved the fancy gold balls and the pretty kind of snow-covered pine cones. Okay, so after that, I'm going to probably, let's see, maybe I'll take, I think I'm going to take these. Little berries. I'll do those next. And I'm going to take 3 of them. All right, and I'm just going to place a little hot glue at the base of the berry, not the stem, because I think it'll stay better this way. And then just shove it in where I think it will attach to something. Just keep thinking that's going to be needing more hot glue. Okay, and I'm just going to cluster these around each other. Okay, cute, cute. Next, I think I'm going to take this little piece. I don't think I have any more of these. Man, I hope I have one more because I've got to make one more wreath. If not, it's okay. I can do other things, but I wanted them all to be the same. But it just didn't turn out that way. I'm just going to press this up at the base, the underneath base of my wreath at the top. Just like that. And just let that hot glue dry. And I'll probably add a little more because sometimes these things don't want to stick very good. Okay, I'm just going to hold that in place for a sec. Okay, while that finishes setting, next it looks like I'm going to probably do these little pine cones and then the gold little balls here. So let's see. I want 3 pine cones, so I'll just take from here. Aren't they so cute? I just love how cute and mini they are. So 1, 2. Let's see, I'll take this one, I guess. 3. Oh, that one fell right where I wanted it. Okay, we're just going to attach it with some glue. Again, I'm going to cluster these together. Just got to find a good place for that glue to adhere to something. So originally, I put all this stuff together first and then I did the twine. This way it kind of hides the twine underneath all the little pieces, so the twine's not covering everything else. I wish I would have thought about that before, but I didn't. It's okay. Sometimes you learn things for next time. That's what crafting is. You just learn as you go sometimes, and I'm not so particular that I worry about it. As long as I'm happy with the final product, then that's all that matters to me. Okay, again, I'll just let this hot glue set. Okay. So far, so good. Looks like there's a little bit of hot glue that's stringing around, but I'll get that later. All right, next, I want to clip these little gold shiny balls. I think they're so pretty. Looks like I can either pull them off. Oh, yes, I can. And I'm trying to decide if I want to just keep that green thing on here. No, I'm going to take it off. Might have to clip it off. All right. That's what we're doing. Clipping it off. And then again, I'm going to hot glue the base, trying not to get my fingers, because that's no fun. All right, here we go again. I'm just doing 2 gold balls here. Alrighty, let's see, what do I have next? Next I need to do, looks like I still have this little pear to do back here. And then this piece of holly berry. And then my ribbon, and then these little branches. All right, so we're gonna bring this in. Kind of want it to go off to the side like that. I'm gonna use this little stem piece that's coming out of this so that it can maybe get down in the branches of my wreath. I find these bigger pieces are a lot harder to glue on and stay. So I gotta be a little strategic with how I put them on. And actually that little branch I think just melted. Okay. And I'll hold that in place until that dries. I just added a bunch more hot glue back there. It's going to take a lot longer to dry now. The more hot glue you use, the longer it takes to not really dry, but just set. I guess dry, I don't know. But it just stays hot longer because there's more of it pooled together. But we're just going to be patient now while that gets to room temperature. All right, we're about done letting that dry. While that's drying, I'm going to cut the ribbon. Looks like we got a little uneven here, but. All right, I'm going to cut at about 18 inches per ribbon. So let's see, that's 18 inches right there. And I'm going to cut 2 different ribbons. So I'm going to do this one as well. So I think they look pretty together. All right, and this is going to be my first bow. So I'm going to pinch these pieces together, come around behind, and pull through and create a cute little bow and just move it around until it's the shape that I want. I think that's really cute. It's not quite ready. Pretty close, but I'm going to do the other one while we're waiting. Okay, cute. I feel like that's ready. Actually, you know what? We'll just leave it there for another minute while I cut some little branches from these stems. So I'll move that over for a minute. I'm just going to take my wire cutters because these are kind of thick. And I'm just going to cut a little cluster of them together, maybe like four or 5. There we go. We'll just them individually. And I'm just cutting these at different lengths. And then I'll put the ends together, and then it'll just sort of be, you know, jagged, different lengths coming out from my pine. I'm going to put it right here. That'll be pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to hot glue right here all the way around. Try to keep the little cluster together, and then just shove it underneath. And the hot glue is dripping, but all right. And I'll kind of just push them into place, make sure that there's hot glue on all of the pieces. All right, now I'm going to take my ribbons, my bows, and then just hot glue the back of the base, set it down right on top. So I want to be able to see these little branches sticking out right here, because I think that's adds some cute texture. So hold that down for a second, and then add my other bow. And just glue that little knot part and stick it on. So then I have just a couple layered bows, and I think it's really pretty. All right, one thing I didn't add yet is that little holly leaf. So I'm going to add a little glue, stick it on back here, kind of behind my pine cones. And let that dry. Okay, are we done? I think we're done. Let me see. Okay, again, these are not going to be the exact same because I don't have the sugared berries anymore. This is still a really pretty alternative, but I just really love the texture of the sugared berries. I think it's really pretty. But yeah, looks like we've got our little gold leaf here, our ribbons. I might even, well, that's my other one, but I might glue that down a little bit more here. So that they're stuck together. Alrighty, see the difference how this twine is kind of covering my things? It's okay, it's not a big deal, but it's hidden better here, and I like that. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and the way my chairs are, I'm going to just drape it around the back of my chair. And again, like I showed you, I'm just going to tie it in a knot right here, and then use my jute twine to tie on to around that knot. So I'll use this part to tie around that. And I'll show you what it looks like in just one sec. Okay, I'm gonna try showing you how I tie my wreath onto the back of my chair. So the way my chair is, I can just drape this piece of ribbon over it. I just center it like that. Let's see, do I have a good angle here? We'll try it like that, okay. So what I'm gonna do is just hold the ends together, pinch right here at the bottom, and then I'm gonna flap that over, just wrap it around itself, and then pull through, trying to keep the ribbon facing straight forward like that. All right, and I just wanna come down maybe 2.5 inches from this piece of wood. Okay. All right, then from there, I'm gonna take the second piece of twine that I wrapped around, and I'm just gonna tie it in a square knot. And just pull right up to the top. go. We can move these pieces of twine around if we want. I actually don't mind them just kind of sticking around. These longer pieces I'll just let hang down here, but then you just situate it until you're happy. And I'm happy. I think it's cute. Oh, I love it. I think it turned out so cute. I'll show you the other ones that I have around my table. Okay, so here's a better look at this one. The lighting is just a little bit better. Okay, isn't that so cute? I think it turned out so pretty. And kind of fix that bow a little bit. All right, there we go. There's that. Here's the back of my bench, which I need one more here. I just got to make one more. And isn't that just so pretty? Oh, I love it so much. Okay, this is the one I just barely made. See, with the little shiny berries here. There we go. And then here's a side-by-side look. Oh, it's so cute. I just think it's so pretty. All right. Well, let me know what you think, guys. I hope you love it. I loved making them. I'm gonna make one more, and I hope you bring this to your little festive table. All right, well, thank you so much for joining along with me. I hope you enjoyed doing that. I think it's so much fun putting things like this together, and it's so exciting, especially during the holidays, to make things for little decor around my house. If you happen to be a lover of all things creative, subscribe to my channel, share it with people who you know love things like this, and give this video a big like. Stay tuned on Thursdays when I upload new videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again so much.